What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Uncomfortable. I got my guest here with me. I got Destiny.
Hey, y'all. How y'all doing?
Yes, let them know. Introduce yourselves. Let them know. Talk to me.
So I'm Destiny. I live out here now in Delray Beach, Florida. I'm 23 years old, and I met my homegirl Mia in high school, Scaling Gang. You know?
Already know the vibes. Scaling Gang. I've actually had a few. I don't know how many people from Scaling have had on here. None.
No, you had
Amanda.
Yes,
sorry,
you had Amanda. Because I seen her and I was like, oh shit. Nah, yeah.
So I know you're probably wondering what brings us here today because I didn't say it. So today we're going to be talking about OnlyFans because Destiny has an OnlyFans. So we're going to just dive deep into like OnlyFans, why she decided to do it, what she's learned from it, if she's still doing it, and just y'all gonna see. Just watch it. Okay. So the first question I'm gonna ask you is, when you decide to start OnlyFans, or I'm asking this, why did you decide to start doing an OnlyFans?
So I definitely decided to start doing OnlyFans, obviously during the pandemic, like everybody else and my mother. I was just getting out of college. I was, starting to get my feet wet a little bit. I wanted to move out of my mother's house, but at the time, I didn't have the resources, and I saw everybody like, oh my God, get on OnlyFans, girls is making money on here, and I was like, I used to not be this type of scandalous girl that I am now that y'all see on Instagram, but like when I got to college, I loosened up a little bit, but I felt like, oh shit, this is like a big step. Like there's a difference from being like feminist and sexy on Instagram and posting your thirst traps to actually making money off of it, because now it's like, you're a sex worker. Yeah. Now you're making money being a sex worker. So that's definitely why I decided it was really for the money. I just wanted to move out of my house.
Yeah. And how did you think your family was going to think about it? Or like, were you thinking about, how my family's going to look at me? Like,
so before I started OnlyFans, I probably waited about like 2 months. I was going back and forth.
Trying to decide whether or not you want to do it.
Yeah, and surprisingly, I did one of the most unconventional things, and I spoke to my mom. And I spoke to my mom. Yes. I spoke to my mom, and, I broke it down to her. I'm like, yo, girls is on there younger than me, making millions, moving into their house. And you don't always have to get on there and be butt naked. And when I broke it down to her in the way of how I wanted to make money, she was like, hey, listen, look, you're a grown woman. As long as you're respecting yourself first, always do what it do. Yeah. And let me tell y'all, when I show her that pay statement, she was like, this is what it do, okay?
Shoot, mom was proud.
Yes, but my family was one of the biggest reasons why I guess it took me so long. Because I wouldn't say I come from a judgmental family, but I come from a family that I am the scandalous one. I'm the sexy one. I'm the one, like, if you see my cousins and how my aunts and stuff post, I'm like the oddball. So I felt like I had to tell my mom, because if I didn't tell her, I'm like, yo, like, if she sees this, I feel like it's disrespectful for her to see it. I'd rather you hear it from me and me tell you what I'm doing, because either way, you can't tell me shit. I'm a grown-ass woman. You could kick me out. You could do whatever you feel, but I'm still going to do what it do. But out of respect, I felt like, hey, let me tell you first, especially because I knew my stepfather is like my dad, and at the time I also was rebuilding a relationship with my dad, so I had to think about it like, okay, if I don't have one person on my team, they're all three just gonna fucking try to hit me with bricks.
All at once,
Exactly. So when I spoke with my mom, and my mom explained what I was doing to my stepfather, and don't get me wrong, my stepfather, it was not a green light. The daddy said no, but they kind of understood what I was doing.
They respected your decision. I guess you could
Exactly.
Say, So they wasn't really mad about it. They was just, they probably was mad, but they was probably just like, well, like, that's what she wants to do.
And she's an adult, so you can't.
What are you gonna do? Like,
ain't no more time to be like, oh, you gotta do like this, baby. We here. You feel me? I'm grown. So
And so when you were starting your OnlyFans, were you dating anybody?
So I was at the time dating this guy. I'm not gonna say his name.
That's fine.
And he was actually very supporting of it. There's a lot of the times that I know some of y'all who had me on OnlyFans, and I'm gonna tag y'all, probably gonna watch this. But sometimes on some of the lives, he was the one being the DJ.
Oh.
He was telling me to get to the bag, because I know that. And I guess another reason why I didn't want to do it was what the world was gonna view me as, because when girls with OnlyFans first came out, I'm not gonna lie, I lost a lot of followers. And they were specifically males, which was intriguing to me, that I lost male followers. Like, I had guys coming at me like, I would have never picked you to be that type of girl. And it's like, what is that type of girl? Who are you to tell me that I'm being that type of girl? Why? Because so it was cool for me to post my little thirst traps on Instagram for y'all for free, but now that you gotta pay money to see me and pay money to call me sexy, now it's
that's a problem.
But the moment I put a price tag on it, it's like, you a hoe and you doing this and you doing that. But when I was on the gram, I bet you if I was on the gram twerking my ass for free, or on the gram posting my little thirst traps, y'all would love me. So I didn't give a fuck. Like, once I seen that, I was just like, fuck all y'all. But he was very not like that. He even, from time to time, he would go through my messages and look at who I was talking to and what I was doing and see the content that I was posting. And for him, it was more so, I guess it was like a turn on, like, get to your bag, like, get your bread, like, you know, do you. Because it's like, oh, like, the whole entire world is idolizing you, but I have you. Nobody's touching you. Can't nobody say, like, you know, like, hey, like,
definitely.
90% of the times, y'all niggas on OnlyFans was getting thirst traps that I had already sent to niggas that I used to fuck with when I was younger. So, either way, somebody was gonna expose me. If I got famous, one of y'all niggas was gonna expose me. So, go ahead and give me my coin. And then, y'all gonna try to expose me, but baby, it's cool because I don't care.
You know? And do you feel like, even like you said it, like, you know, like you were thinking about like how the world was gonna view you. Do you feel like that was like a big one too? Because I feel like a lot of girls that start OnlyFans, like, you know, like you go through that battle of like, okay, what are my friends, my family gonna think about me, but also how is the world that usually views me gonna see me now that I'm being, like, is this gonna be something where it's like I'm judged because I'm deciding to, you know?
It's so funny though, because that's 100% a fact, but surprisingly, I got so much support from women. That's the one thing that I can say. I feel like with the OnlyFans thing, a lot of girls was like, hey, look, it ain't for me and it ain't something that I'm doing, but like, get your coin. Like, you know what I mean? Juice these niggas. Take it from them. Like, you know, and like, I got a lot of support from women, surprisingly, when normally I'm used to bitches trying to tear each other down, but I got the most support from my friends. I got the most support from them because they were like, no, bitch, like, get your money, like, you not doing nothing that everybody in the world's not doing. All these celebrity bitches was making more money that they already had off of it. So like,
millions of dollars.
Why can I get my apartment? Why can I done got my OnlyFans. I done got my apartment. I moved into my apartment with OnlyFans. I paid my car with my OnlyFans. I did so much off of OnlyFans. Like, shout out to y'all sending that coin. Because, like, it just made me, at the same time, I was scared of what other people felt for me. Or not even what other people felt for me, what other people were going to think of me. But once the money started coming in and once I was cashing out $1,000 every week on top of what I was making at work, it was like, fuck, which I got to say, because I'm getting money. Like, I'm getting bread. Like, and I only did OnlyFans very consistently for like a month and a half, maybe 2 months, and I made about $8,000 off of OnlyFans. And I only did it for a very, very short span. And then I just recently actually stopped doing OnlyFans, and I let it drag out for so long because, to be honest, I would use it when I wanted to buy something that I knew wasn't in my budget. So I went on OnlyFans and I juiced y'all for it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, as long as my bills was being paid, now that I had my apartment and my car, I only started using it for me. And even one of the people who I actually still have him on Instagram, me and him still talk. We talked on Instagram and OnlyFans, and he never tried to like have sex with me or nothing like that. But he even told me like, yo, I actually noticed like you was on OnlyFans when you were living in your mom's house, but the moment you moved out, that's when you died off. Because I did it to get what I wanted.
And once you got what you wanted, that was it.
I didn't need it. Exactly, So
I feel like OnlyFans, like, even when it first started, like, I feel like I went through that battle too. Like, you know, like, I want to start an OnlyFans, but I thought, like, damn, what will my family think about me? Like, what will my friends think about me? Like, what will the world think about me? And like you said, like, I just realized, like, that's not something that's for me, but like, I felt like to the woman that was doing it, like, I feel like there was just like this certain thing, like it was like this sense of confidence. Like you have to be really confident to do that too, and you have to be really strong-minded, because think about all the things that are gonna be coming at you now. Like you're gonna have people either supporting you or coming at you, calling you a hoe, a slut, a this or that, just because you're trying to do something that everybody else is doing. Exactly. But because it's you, it's like, oh, I would never think you would do that.
Hey, I don't want y'all to think that the whole time I was doing OnlyFans that I was like secure in myself. Don't get me wrong, there was times that I was doing it, and there was nights where I would like really sit back and reflect on myself, and it's like, yo, it felt like I was selling myself, but it was like, I'm not really selling myself, because I was posting the same shit on Instagram for free. I would go to model castings and be in the same outfits for a gig. So it's like, it was a constant battle of my morals and are you going to survive, and are you going to make shit happen for you? It was a constant battle all the time. And I think that's also part of the reason why a part of me started to slow down, especially because when I had first started and I was doing heavy, I was talking to one guy, but there is someone new in my life, and this is, I want y'all to know, there's months apart. I started doing OnlyFans last year, and it's a whole nother year, whole different person. And we actually knew each other before we started dating again. So I want y'all to think I'm a hoe, okay? Because y'all be choosing and abusing. But
so you have a boyfriend?
I wouldn't say he's my boyfriend now.
Okay.
But I do have a boo. And he's my man. And when I got with him, I think he was the reason that made me delete my OnlyFans. And he was 100% supportive. I do not want y'all to think that this man is the reason why I got off, because he was like, oh, I can't be with you if you on OnlyFans. No, and I told him I stopped. He actually asked me why. But it was only because like I felt like being with him, I'm like, okay, this is for you now. I only want you to see this. I only want to take those sexy pictures and look pretty and send them to you. So when I got with someone, it was more so of a like, this is for you, and I don't want to do any of that no more for other people. You know what I mean? So it's like, this is for you, and then I really cut it off. And to be honest, when I deleted it, I wasn't even fucking using it. So it was like, okay.
Which is fine. Easy for you.
Exactly.
And how do you feel like you felt when you first started doing OnlyFans from the time that you stopped? Like, did you notice anything and you changed? Did you notice like you gained anything from OnlyFans? You lost anything?
Definitely a lot of confidence. Definitely a lot of confidence. I would say it made me love myself as a woman more in reference to my body. So I've always been very small and very skinny, and people were, oh my God, I wanted my body to look like yours. But there's also that stigmatism of skinny girls being insecure too, because all our life we're told you gotta eat, you gotta do this. So when another part of the reason why I was a little reluctant to get on OnlyFans was that insecurity of like, are they even gonna like what they're seeing? Is they gonna feel like this is worth it? But then when I started sending what I was sending, it was like, oh my God, you are a goddess, you are a queen. So it taught me like, yo, I have the power, and I don't even gotta fuck you. I just gotta make you think and make you believe feel that I want to, and it taught me so much as a woman, and I feel like it actually allowed me to have more control in my love life, because it's like, well, nigga, in the past, I used to let niggas tell me what they thought I was and believed it, and became insecure because like, oh, now you this, you that, you this, you that, and it's like, no, when I did this and I saw the other half of the stick of men, it was like, wait, I'm gorgeous, I don't need no weight, my body is fine the way it is. Like, my confidence shot up so much, because it was like, oh, my boobs are cute, my ass is just big enough. Like, you know what I mean? I don't no, for real, like, because I used to always, like, growing up, that was always the thing for me. You need ass, because I'm pretty, I had a flat stomach, I always had titties, so it's always, your thighs is not thick enough, your ass. But when I got on OnlyFans, and at the time it was during quarantine, so I had me a nice little cute weight. I lost it a little bit now, but it was like, oh. And like at the time, I had lost my stomach. I went from going to the gym in college to being at home in quarantine. I had got a little tubby, but it just made me appreciate myself just as a woman, like just wanting to be sexy, wanting to walk around in lingerie, wanting to be like, this is me. Like, you know, it taught me a lot about myself and how to be more secure, because it's like, fuck what you as a person are saying to me because I want you right now. But there's so many other people that will take me for exactly that I am. And why the fuck should I focus on you because you want me to be... Go find a thick bitch then. Why are you here?
That's a fact.
Like, and to be quite frank, baby boy, you gonna go find a thick bitch and you gonna want to spin the block because she ain't got it like me. But we gotta stop the conversation for that. Okay?
So do you feel like you would have... Do you feel like you wouldn't have learned that and gained that confidence if you didn't do OnlyFans? Or you feel like it really did help you? Like...
I think that I would have, but I think it would have came with more time. And I think it would have came with more time because I got on OnlyFans during the time where I was also learning how to love myself.
Yeah.
And because, you know, quarantine, I think everybody went through that during quarantine. A lot of people were fighting a lot of battles in themselves.
Yeah.
So I felt like I was dealing, because the person that I am now in Florida and the person that I was in New York, those are two different destinies. And it's only been a year that I've been out here. And even like anybody that comes and sees me now and knows me very, very well from when I left New York is like, yo, like, you're not the same. And it's because I spent so much time trying to change who I was to better fit the love that I deserve for myself, you know? Not trying to be what everybody else wanted me to be. So I felt like, yes, I would have still learned the same lesson, but it probably would have took me just a little bit longer. Yes.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I feel like that, like, the stigmatism that is attached to OnlyFans is so negative, and I don't feel like it should be, because it's like, someone starts OnlyFans, you automatically think they're selling their body.
And let me chime in.
They fucking the niggas. Like, you know, like,
let me chime in. Y'all idolize all these strippers, porn stars, and IG models for doing everything that your basic average girl started doing. So to me, it was like, man, y'all are being fucking hypocrites.
Yeah.
Because the bitches y'all idolize and the women that y'all want to be with and the women that you...
are these hoes that y'all...
And they're doing exactly what I'm doing, but it's different because it's me. But you want to know why. And here's what people call OnlyFans stupid, and here's the problem. I made so much money on OnlyFans because deep down inside, all them niggas wanted to have a sexual fantasy with me. I wasn't a porn star, so they couldn't get it for free. So yes, they were willing to pay to get the same kind of idea, like, oh shit, this is my personal porn star. Like, you know, I kind of been wanting to fuck Destiny. I kind of been wanting to do this to Destiny. And I could go jerk off at home to her videos. What? Here's your $50. Here's your $150 tip. There was times when I wanted to eat. I would post on OnlyFans, I'm hungry. $50 tip here, $20 tip here.
Wow.
It was like that. It's almost like, oh yeah, everybody wants sugar babies. Everybody wants to be all these.
Yeah.
But it's like, you can get that on OnlyFans. This Apple Watch, OnlyFans. The dishes in my house, OnlyFans. The wine glasses in my house, OnlyFans. A lot of the lingerie, OnlyFans. What else I got off OnlyFans? My AirPods, OnlyFans.
Just got a fucking grocery list.
Bro, I didn't use that a lot for deadass. I got this Apple Watch. I wanted an Apple Watch for so long, and I put it on my Amazon, because on OnlyFans you could attach your Amazon wish list. So I added it. Some nigga bought it for me. They bought me a lot of things on that.
You see?
It's like sugar. It's sugar baby vibes, but no one ever gets to touch you. And that's why I think...
And people want sugar. Like, I've heard bitches say, like, I want a sugar daddy.
I'm not gonna lie,
I've heard men say, I want a sugar mama. So it's like, what's the difference?
I'm not gonna lie, though. When I first started it and I saw the money coming, so it's almost addicting.
Yeah.
That I can say. It was almost addicting. It was almost like...
Like, you wanted to see how much more can I get.
Yes. It was like, oh, you'll pay for that little bit, but if I send you just a little bit more, I can charge you this. And it's like, here. And it was like, once I knew, and don't get me wrong, I done charged one nigga $100 for a video that I charged the other nigga $20 because I knew he was cheaper, but I still got $20 off of one and $100 off another one. You gotta know how to play the game. Like, I used to milk them. I used to send out different videos. I used to send out the same video to different niggas for different prices because I knew other niggas had more money than
to
others.
pay for.
And surprisingly, I had some of y'all little boys that I went to scamming with on there too. But we're not gonna expose y'all because I knew y'all been one of them. Okay.
No, Scamamites.
No, I'm dead. No, on my mama, like, cause at first when I first started sending certain things, I was leery. So I used to be like, send me a picture of your face. If I'm sending you my body, I didn't want to know who I'm sending it to.
Yeah.
So I got some of the pictures and I was like, nah, not so and so. But don't play with me because I will tell your friends.
Oh shit.
Okay. If I ever see any of the videos I sent you, I'm telling the world.
Nah, that's crazy. But it be the people that seem so judgmental on the outside.
They be the ones paying
you.
I'm pretty sure 90%. I'm pretty
sure
90% of the niggas that unfollowed me, because I lost followers, and they were male followers that I lost when I got on OnlyFans. I'm pretty sure some of y'all was the ones who subscribed to my page under an anonymous name and was still giving me bread, but it's okay.
Yeah, but I feel like maybe those people followed you because they unfollowed you because they were just probably like, not Destiny, like she's not doing that, or I don't want to see her in that type of light. But I just feel like, even when you were explaining like how you feel like it just showed you so much about being a woman and like taking your power, I just feel like
taking your power back. That's exactly what it was. It was almost invigorating. It was like I was in full control of all things sexual in my life, whether it was you were touching me or you weren't touching me. It was like I was in control, and I gained that control and that ballsiness from sending these. Bro, I used to, okay, so I don't know how in detail you want to get, but I used to charge niggas.
Say what you gotta say.
No, I used to charge niggas $50 to send me videos that I didn't even watch of them busting to a twerk video.
And they would pay you $50 to what? Send them a video.
I would charge them $25 to rate their dick pics. Wouldn't open them, just send them a rating. They'll be like, why that? I'll be like, how much you gonna pay me for it to rise? And they'll send me tips, and I'll give them a higher rating. It's a different. It's a weird.
But
world.
You know what it is? This just goes back to like when this, because I'm fucking.
It's weird. It's so weird.
I'm baffled, right? I'm baffled, but I'm like shocked, but I'm not
You're
surprised.
Not surprised.
Because it's just like it just goes back to like the underlying, like, you know, like sex. It goes back to sex, and then it just goes back to like, no offense, but men are just ridiculous. Like, you feel me? They're just crazy, because it's like,
fuck, that's offensive. Y'all niggas is ridiculous.
Like,
say it offensive, shove it up your ass. I don't know what you gonna do with it. Y'all niggas is ridiculous. Y'all be having the biggest opinions, but be really out here looking stupid. And can we address the fact that, I don't know if y'all peeped, but once there was regular girls like me doing OnlyFans for about a month or two, niggas wanted to start slinging dick on OnlyFans.
Yes.
Y'all didn't peep that?
A lot of men.
I know a couple of niggas that sent me their OnlyFans. Homegirl is so my homegirl. I'm not gonna say her name, but she was one of the reasons that she was one of the biggest people behind me. Like, yo, bro, go and do this. Like,
supporting you.
Go get your money. And it was her and her man that I actually met towards the later portions of my college, and it was meeting them that really allowed me to open myself up, because they provided me with a space where like they just let me be the person that I was. So they never judged me for the things that the stories that I would tell them. They were older. I was 20 when I met them, so I was young. So, and they were like 27, 28. So they kind of shed that guidance. Yeah, and it was her that she was like, "Yo, do it." But my homegirl, she's really still on there getting bread. Like, she do link up, but she do link up with bitches. Like, she'll link up with a girl and they'll record them doing whatever they're doing, and then she'll sell it.
But it just goes to show niggas will pay for that.
And like, her man records her videos, edits them for her. It's like, you know, like when you really think about what's going on OnlyFans, it's really nothing crazy. Yeah. It's really just women being women. And it takes me back to this term of a sex worker, where y'all idolize sex workers being porn stars so much. But the moment a regular woman decides to join that sex working field, it's like, well, you're a whore. And it's like, I never once had sex on my OnlyFans. Not any of them ever stuck their dick in my pussy.
And even if you decided to do that would just be your choice. Even if you decide to do that, that would be your choice. And it's like, why does that have to be attached to the fact that because you're doing X, Y, and Z, you're this? You know. But
you want to know what also made me not give a fuck? Because I'm a whore if I go outside and you can see my nipples.
Right.
I'm a whore if I go outside and my shorts is too short. I'm a whore if I go outside and I'm twerking. I'm a hoe.
Yeah, there's nothing you could ever stop you doing that. As a woman, you will never get away from that.
That's why I keep saying that it felt like I got my power back, because it showed me just for the smallest amount of time that who gives a fuck about what all of y'all little dick men got to say. Because respectfully, whether you got a big dick, is giving little dick energy.
Period.
And that's what y'all are not
big
realizing.
Facts. Like, y'all would never get that.
Straight little dick energy. Like, all the fact that I was able to find a man now that I have that was like, nah, if you want to do OnlyFans, go ahead. And even at the time when I was with one, the fact that they were so secure within themselves, it was like, damn, like I fucked with you even that much more. You know?
Which is why I say a lot of the times, like, I feel like if you was a man and you did have a wife or a girlfriend or whatever the case may be that was deciding to do that, I feel like that has nothing to do with you. So you trying to make it seem like I'm doing this to make you feel away, or like I'm trying to attract myself to other men, goes to show more how you feel about yourself and then me too. Because it's like, I'm not doing this so that I could fuck other niggas. Like, you're my nigga. I'm doing this so I can make extra coin. If you can't respect that for me doing it for me, that says a lot about you. That has nothing to do with me. Like, I'm a woman. I should be able to do whatever I want with my body. Just because I'm your girl doesn't make this your body.
And to be quite frank, what does me selling pictures of myself in a thong twerking, if you're that, I keep talking about secure men.
Yeah.
A lot of y'all men is insecure.
Yes.
A lot of y'all men is insecure and y'all claim y'all so secure, but y'all not. Y'all look like the type of niggas they'll say yes to a threesome and get mad because your bitch is fucking her better than you are. But that's a story for another day. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. Because we can have a whole nother fucking episode about niggas not wanting to be in, like, you know,
yeah,
like,
be insecure.
You know, it's like, it really always boils down to that. It boils down to the fact that I feel like men in this world, even with the whole feminist and the Me Too movement, you guys are just not ready for women to take back their power. So the more and more that we take back our power, the more we're whores. And it's like, again, nobody touched me. I still have the same body count. I didn't link up with these niggas. All I did was send a picture. So if me sending a picture to somebody makes me a whore, what does me sending you my thirst trap do?
Yep.
I'm a whore too.
So it's like, and then it's like, if I talk to you and I sent you the picture, does that make me less of a whore? Like, you know what I mean?
I actually decided to take the negative connotation away from being a whore.
Yeah, me too.
I'm a whore. Call me a hoe, big hoe. You want to know why I'm a big hoe? Because I live, and that's why I love Amber Rose so much. And that's why people growing up, my mom was like, why do you shouldn't, she shouldn't. But it's like, no, if
she should.
She is a slut. And guess what? I'm a slut too, shorty. We some sluts together. And you want to know why we some sluts? Because if me loving myself and me doing what makes me happy and me taking back that power in the same way a man does makes me a whore and a slut, shit, I'll be that.
Yep.
If me wearing the clothes that I want to wear makes me a hoe, I'll be that. If me going on a yacht with 20 bitches and 5 niggas throwing money makes me a hoe, I'll be that. You want to know why? Because none of those men are touching me. None of those men are fucking me. None of those men are sucking on me. And that's just that.
And if you did, that would be your choice.
Bro, for example, I went out and I did bottle service the other day, and some guy asked me, he was like, how many of these niggas do you be fucking around with? Like, I know you be fucking around with all of them. And I tapped one of the DJs, and I don't want to name drop because I don't want anybody to feel no type of way, but I tapped him and I'm like, yo, bro, you be with me at, because he's part of the clique of girls that I go out. I'd be like, you be with me at every event. Which one of these niggas can you say touch me? Like, have I let any of these niggas touch me? Have I let any of these niggas touch on me? And he's like, no. And I'm like, yeah. Like, I'm not the type of girl, like, I'll be around men. I'm a Sagittarius. We're very naturally flirtatious off rip. Okay. So I'm always a flirt. It's my glasses disrespecting me. I'm always like flirting, but it's natural. Like, I'm naturally flirtatious, and it's with women as well. But it's like, I would never touch nobody. But, you know?
I honestly feel like, and even just hearing you speak about the things you said, like, I feel like it's just so sad. And even in my last episode I said it, that like women are just not allowed to do what they want. Like, everything we do is like a problem. Like, when did it become a thing where it's like we don't even have control over our own bodies? Like, we don't even have a control over what we can do for ourselves. It's like we have to always be doing something to appease a man.
And it's like, why? You know? And it's like, not for nothing, I thrived off the fact that men did not want to touch me or talk to me because I had OnlyFans. Yeah. It made my day better. It made me happy to know that y'all did not want to DM me or message request me. Because it was the same niggas who because I looked at my message requests. It was the same niggas who been DMing me for 4 years and never got a response.
That was also
they had something to say about me doing OnlyFans, but you was on my dick for 4 years being ignored, talking to yourself. You should be ashamed of that. Yeah. I would have never thought that you would have did that. Yeah. But hey.
But, you know, it just shows, like, it just shows more so that, like, you know, sex rules this world. Like, you know, sex is a very big factor into why this world runs, because it's like OnlyFans wouldn't have been created if it wasn't for that reason. Like, you know, OnlyFans was created so women can make money, men can make money. You know what's the funniest part
about OnlyFans is that OnlyFans wasn't even created as a platform for women to sell what they're selling. OnlyFans was created as a platform for people with personal businesses to create. It's almost like an Etsy. It was an Etsy. People will have OnlyFans for their actual businesses and their podcasts, and they make money off of OnlyFans like that. It wasn't just for women being nasty. Like, obviously some women did use it for that, and you're more than allowed to do that. And they ask you when you sign up, are you going to be posting explicit content on here? But it's not only used for that. I've been seeing sometimes on OnlyFans promotions of other pages, and it was like up and coming artists that were trying to get people to go to their page and listen to their music and do shit like that. So OnlyFans was a platform for a lot of different things. It just got turned into this, oh, y'all niggas is Pornhub 2.0. No.
Yeah, and with this negative connotation attached to it, which is why I don't understand why it's always been this negative connotation of women doing things like that. Like even for prostitutes and stuff like that. Like, first of all, if you're not doing it, why do you care? Like, if you're not selling your body, if you're not opening your legs, if you're not the one posting pictures, why do you care? Why is it so upsetting to you? Like,
I can never be a prostitute. I don't judge them.
Yeah.
But I can.
That's not something for you.
Exactly. Right. But I won't sit there and be like, damn, bitch, you a fucking hoe because you fucking and sucking on niggas. It's like, okay, bitch, that's how you get your coin.
Then get your coin.
Shout out to you, but it can't be me. You feel me?
And that's totally fine.
It's always been like that. And that's what also, too, a lot of things that we, a lot of things that have negative connotations is always because it has some sort of man-made negative connotation attached to it. It's always a man said it wasn't good, and that ties down into that when I was saying the whole Me Too movement, and when feminists and being a feminist became a thing and it was so popular, men hated that shit. And they even sometimes didn't even believe in all the things that us as women said, but wanted to be deemed as a feminist because it gave them some sort of elevated status in society. So a lot of you started to, oh yeah, if your girl got an OnlyFans, and y'all hopped on those waves because y'all started noticing that men who wanted to do OnlyFans and men who were okay with OnlyFans started to be a little bit more popular. So that's when OnlyFans started to be like, oh, she got an OnlyFans. Okay, I don't care anymore. Yeah. But it's only because it took a man saying that it was okay. And that's what's sad. Yeah. Like, you know, it's very sad that y'all think that y'all little ass dicks control the road that much. But
because it doesn't. I think it's really... I guess I want to say, like, I think it's really amazing to do something like that, because I feel like it's not easy to get up in front of on a platform where most women get judged, where most women get called out of their name, especially to even have a man or a boo and be dating someone and, you know, feeling conflicted about that while you're doing something like that. Like, that's so, it's a lot hard to do and a lot to take on. But it's like, if you just doing, even if you're just doing it to make money for one thing, or just doing it because that's your way of living, I feel like it's so hard as a woman to take that on and then take on everything else in the world just because you're trying to do something for yourself that mainly everybody does. We all have our own hustle and the way we make our money, you feel me? So I feel like what's the difference between somebody posting pictures, sexy pictures, racy pictures, or somebody scamming, or somebody fucking doing whatever they do? You know, we all hustle,
but and don't y'all be calling us bitches bums for not wanting to get our own money. So now that I went and I found a way to get my own money, and that quick, you're mad. You mad because you can't go post a picture of your dick and people won't pay for it? Sorry.
Facts. Because they don't have that power, and I think that's
what it is. It's the fact that they don't have that power. The power, and that's why I keep referring to that hierarchy or hierarchy, however you pronounce it. Men, the moment they feel that the scales are being tipped to being even, it's, oh, you're a fucking whore. Shut the fuck up.
Because you, first of all, you still want to fuck with this whore. Technically, at this point, you just, you know, like, I don't know. I just feel like men, like, I'm not even trying to be I hate men bashing. We're not a men bashing crew.
Because I like men.
Yes, I like men too, but I just feel like I've just gotten to the point where I've gotten sick of them and the things that we have to deal with in society as women because it's tiring, it's exhausting. Like, it just annoys me. Like, I'm walking down the street with my friend, we just walking down the street, feel me, like regular.
And it's like mad harassment. Yes. Even the moment you ignore them, oh, you fuck ugly ass. I was ugly 5 minutes ago until I ignored you.
Or even to the point when you're following me in your car right next to me, and I'm telling you I'm good, and you're telling me that's not okay. Like, bro, what do you mean that? It's just gotten to the point where I just feel like
you be talking about when they be slow rolling, causing traffic.
And it's just
they known for that out here.
And it's just kind to the point where it's just like, why do y'all think this is okay to do this? Like, who told y'all it was okay, and why do y'all keep doing it? It's like, first of all, if I don't say hi to you, that's it. And even if, like, for you, even if I have an OnlyFans and I post basic pictures, that don't mean you could talk to me however you fucking want. That don't mean that. Feel me? Like, it's just because,
It's that power, and it's that power because they're still protected in society.
Yes.
Look at some of these states where they say that if you start having sex and then you decide that you don't want to have sex no more, but his dick is already in you, it's not considered rape. Nigga, you raped me. Yes, we started having sex, but I was
said
done.
No. Yeah.
That's rape. Like, it's their power. It's also, you got to think about, look at the, what you call it, when they were trying to get abortion banned, and I think, what was it, in Alabama?
Something for about, like, 2 weeks you pregnant, like, you can't.
Yeah, like, and it was all those old ass white men that were saying, like,
you don't want that.
Yeah, you know.
Like, how do you have men making any type of jurisdiction on women's body at all? Like,
it's the idea that they just, it all boils down to that baby booming generation. And that's why they hate us millennials so much. And if you really want to know something, we came in and we shake the fucking table. Here's what's going to happen. And here's what a lot of people don't understand is that us millennials right now, we in our prime. We in our 20s, early 30s. And we about to clean all of y'all motherfuckers out. So it's about to be a different world, especially with Gen Z. Millennials is just a little smarter. Gen Z, they gonna give y'all niggas
a run for your money.
If you think we whores, them bitches is 13 looking 22.
That's a
good
fact.
luck.
That's a good luck. And that's because, and if you think about it, that's society's fault, and that's just the way y'all making it worse.
Then to all the men in the world, and hear me dearly, the more you try to suppress us, the more we're just gonna be and do whatever the fuck we want. Because at the end of the day, baby, shit don't flow without me. I made you.
Exactly. And I can make anybody. Like, I can literally create life.
What your mama said? What your mama said to you when you was growing up? Bitch, I'll brought you into this world. I'll take you out. Okay?
Like, don't play with us. Like, yes, obviously we need a man to get pregnant, but we carry the life. Like, men is not carrying.
Baby, all I need to do is milk your dick like a cow and freeze it, and I don't need you no more.
That's so fact. I can really impregnate myself.
You know what I mean? You can't put my egg into your body and create anything.
But no, I really do feel like, I don't know, like, even when I have my episode about women and societal pressures, like, it's just crazy. Like, I just really wish that women all around the world would just see, like, how amazing they are, like, how godly they are. Like, you know, like, just take that. First of all, don't let nobody tell you nothing, man or woman, and just don't feel like you have to prove yourself to any man, and you have to do any, like, go through any fucking loopholes and circles for any man. Wear what you want, do what you want, be who you want. Somebody's gonna judge you at the end of the day regardless.
And just a word of advice to all my ladies, and this is just not even about OnlyFans. Men actually find it 10 times more attractive when you don't want to fuck with them to do what you want to do. Because it shows them that this bitch got her own mind, this bitch got her own shit, and she's living for herself. Sometimes what you try to change yourself, or exactly what you try to be for a man, he don't even really want it. They want you to be yourself. Niggas smell that self-love. Niggas want that confidence, whether they want to admit it or not. Sometimes a nigga want to be told to shut the fuck up and sit down, because I ain't talking.
Period.
You feels me? Like, but nobody want to talk about that.
Nobody want to talk about that. But this has been a very insightful conversation. Like, I just feel like I hope every woman that's watched this has, whether you have OnlyFans, whether you're deciding if you want
don't, and you deciding, baby, go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it, because them opinions, when you see that 10K in your account,
it's not gonna mean anything.
And you start buying them bags, because I know y'all like Christian Dior. I know y'all like all that shit. When y'all start being able to buy that shit, it's gonna be a different taste of power. And do it.
Do it. Sure. I say do it. I say do whatever you want.
Don't let nobody tell you how to do it.
Nobody to tell you anything. First of all, if you're going to shake your ass on Instagram, shake it for some money. That's what I say. Like, if you're going to do something where you showing your body for free, at least make some money off of it. And that's somebody's going to pay. Like,
you know what it was, though? That's what I think my mom was able to say, like, okay. Because, like, I told her, I'm like, yo, mom, I already post shit like that on my Instagram for free. I'm just going to be making money off of it. And she was like, you right. And then that's when I presented it to my stepfather. My family already knew how sexually expressive I was. And I wouldn't even say sexually expressive, but it's considered sexual because people sexualize your body.
Yeah, no matter what.
But because I was so me, And when I told her what I was doing, it was like, hey, make your bread, because if you posting on Instagram for free and there's a platform for you to make bread off of it,
just do it there.
Make your bread. And let me tell you something, my mama real proud of me. And here's something that I want to tell you. I have a degree. I have my own apartment. I have my own car. Yeah. I work for a diagnostic center in my actual career field. So I'm not an unintelligent bitch. I just monetized what God gave me and was like, fuck it, and made my situation better. And there's nothing wrong with that
at all. There's nothing wrong with that. And I don't feel like anybody should feel wrong with that. Any sex worker, just do what you gotta do. If you making your money and if you're happy with yourself, as long as you're happy with yourself, as long as you're getting to the point where if you feel crappy about doing it, obviously don't do it. But if you feel like you're good, I can do this, I'm doing what I gotta do for this X, Y, and Z, and you do it, and then that's it. Then I say go for it. I don't feel like anybody should feel any type of way, especially any women. Don't let anybody make you feel any type of way for doing what you want with the body that was given to you. This body was given to nobody else. Nobody else is in control of it, and nobody else can tell you what to do with your own body. That's the only person that can tell you what to do with it is you.
That's a fact.
You feel me? So
that's a fact.
I don't know.
Don't let these niggas tell you where and how to go, because you're gonna find yourself looking for happiness forever.
That's a big fact. Mm-hmm. That's a big fact. And the only really place you could find that you should look for happiness first is within yourself. Because if you're not happy with yourself, no matter what nobody give you, you're never gonna be happy. And nobody can make you happy if you're not happy with yourself. Like,
so long story short, baby girl, make that OnlyFans and get your coin.
Make it, do it. This was a really interesting episode. I'm always just really excited to gain insight and opinions of people, because I just feel like, once again, like, this is not a conversation that regular people would have.
Hey, and thank you for having me, because I feel like it's something that I've wanted to talk about for a while, and a lot of people ask me questions about it. So I think that this is super dope. I feel like it's super informative. I feel like it's probably gonna give a lot of girls that extra boost and that extra
confidence.
Like, go and do it. Like, don't let nobody tell you where and how to be. I keep saying that because I live by it. Do not let society, specifically men in society, or even sometimes women can be very nasty too
as well.
Don't let nobody rule you. Rule yourself, and once you rule yourself and find that happiness within yourself, everything just starts to fall into place like clockwork. Like, just
it's a big fact.
Like, it's a lot of shit that nobody want to see or even talk about.
And it's like, why not like, so much shit going on, why not just talk about it? The more we talk about it, the more we acknowledge it, the more we grow from it. So that's just the way I feel, and that's why my show is called Unfucking Comfortable. Okay. So thank you, Destiny, for coming on. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you guys for watching me, fucking for the kid, and thank you to my assistant Kaylin for pressing the button.
Period.